All right, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a little while. It's been about 3 weeks to be exact. My I ain't even do my beard, nothing. I ain't shaped nothing up. I don't even care. So check this out, y'all. All right. So what we gonna be doing right now is we gonna be talking about kind of wrapping up the year and then kind of go seeing where we going from there. Uh, let's see what's happening, y'all. Bloom, 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 bloom. Yeah, I missed that. I missed that. Hey guys, what's going on, my man? Yeah, I was a teenager in the '90s, so I'm gonna do all '90s R&B, '90s hip hop references. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Conversations with Terrence. Let me say that again. Conversations with Terrence. I am your word sayer, Terrence. And I am coming to you live from my beautiful, beautiful, beautiful edifice. It's been a while, y'all. It's been some time, you know. I make no excuses. I've just been, just been busy and with me being busy, you know, it is what it is. I make no excuses. I definitely needed to come on for the very last Tuesday of 2024. Um, and guess what, man? It was my birthday 2 days ago. I turned a whopping 45 years old, which is crazy. I don't look like it, but these little gray hairs are starting to pop through. Um, got a couple of joints in my beard now. I'm not saying I don't know if I'm growing wiser. I'm growing older, but I'm not sure if I'm growing wiser. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna jump on this real quick because I want y'all to know that I'm on. So let me figure that out real quick. But we wrapping up this year, man. This has been an interesting year for me. It's been yes, a quite interesting year for me. A lot of ups and downs, a lot of in and outs. You know, hold on, let me turn that down. Yeah, let me turn that down. So a lot of ups and downs, a lot of in and outs, a lot of weird stuff happening in my life. But hey, nonetheless, you know, I made it. I made it. We made it through, y'all. I'm still getting this out, putting this on Facebook. Yeah. Uh, um, mm, last conversation of the year. All right. Tap in. There we go. Tap in. Tap in. Turn to your neighbor. Say, neighbor, tap in. Tap in. Tap in, neighbor. Tap in, neighbor. Yeah. All right. So one more thing. I'm just about to tag everybody in what I just posted. So just give me a quick second and then just go from there. So yeah, man, like I said, it has been an interesting year for me. Um all the ups and downs, like I said, all the ups and downs, all the in and outs. Okay, I don't let all y'all know that I'm on this. All right, so bet. All the ups and downs, all the in and outs. I haven't passed every single test that was given to me. Um, I failed. I failed quite a bit this year, but that's a part of life. That's a part of the journey. You know, we spoke about for the majority of this year. Well, I started this halfway through the year, but we spoke about the journey of unlearning And then we got up off that and we was just like, you know what? Let's talk about what's next. And then it's so funny that as I talk about what's next, it's like there's just sometimes that you're not clear. There's no clarity. You sometimes you just don't have enough clarity on exactly what's next, right? And that's kind of the space that I'm in right now, right? I am in the space of I'm not 100% sure what exactly is next because I am still searching for that ultimate happy place, that happy that happiness, right? And yes, happiness comes from within. Um but sometimes it's just you just don't know. You just don't know what's going on sometimes, man. And you got to kind of figure out life. You got to figure things out, and then it's always hit or miss. We always got to kind of figure that out, and that's like kind of the journey that I was on um last year. Well, this year we're still in this year, but that's kind of the journey that I was on. Just still trying to figure things out, trying to figure where I fit in this place called life, right? Every time I get like an inkling of, oh shoot, yeah, that's cool. That's about it. Yeah, no. Then it's like, nah, that ain't it either. I thought I wanted this, but no, I don't want this. And then what I've learned in this particular journey that is actually okay. It is okay if you're not sure. It's okay if you don't know. Like it's 100% okay because it's like you're not gonna be on it all the time. You're not gonna be 100% certain all the time. But the key is to not give up on yourself, not give up on the things that you are trying to pursue. Don't give up on the actual journey of figuring things out because it's going to be a lot of hit or miss, man. It's going to be a lot of, oh, I thought this, but now I don't know about this one. I don't know. And it's life, man, and you have to be comfortable with understanding that you're not going to know it all, that you're not going to be on point all the time. You got to be comfortable with knowing that. Because if you're not, I'm telling you, man, you're going to lose it. And a lot of us be on the verge of actually losing it. And listen, I'm not trying to do all that. I'm not trying to lose it right now. Because it's easy. It's easy to lose focus. It's easy to lose what we would call it. It's easy to lose it because life will kick your behind. Life will hit you in your throat. Life will have you in your feelings. And yeah, that's where a lot of us were this year. We had a year of discovery. We discovered a lot of things this year. And that's okay. We discovered a lot. And then so what the key is, what are you doing with what you've discovered, right? So I've discovered that I do have like social anxiety, abandonment issues, and all that other stuff. It's like, okay, so what am I doing about what I've learned about it? But it is so funny. I've also learned that even though you find this information out about yourself, right? Uh, you also get reminders why you are the way that you are. Why you're so guarded, why you're so secluded. If you're like me, you'll find out why. You'll get those reminders, and it's like, so once you get these reminders of why you're so secluded, of these reminders of why you're always to yourself, now you're gonna have to make a decision, right? You're gonna like, do I continue on this trajectory of loneliness, this path of loneliness, or do I not ignore the quote unquote signs, not ignore the signs, but what do I do in this space? Do I say, you know what? I know that this is reminding me of this, but now it's time to go ahead and try something different because, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. And I've been insane this year. I've been completely insane, not just this year, but I've been insane for a while, doing the same things the same way all the time, expecting something brand new to happen. And no, it doesn't happen like that. But listen, on this new year, I'm not even going to be on long, man. because I don't really have much to say about where we've been, what we're doing. Because right now I'm in the process of I just finished restringing. All right, so check this out, y'all. I'm gonna go this way. So this right here is my favorite bass, right? This one right here. This is a cheap version of a Music Man Stingray, right? So Sterling Stingray. It's a cheap version. It's the poor man's version of a Music Man, but I Frankenstein the guitar, right? So I have the Bartolini pickups. I put the Bartolini pickups in it, and then I changed the electronics to Aguilar electronics. If you're guitar people, you know exactly what I'm talking about, right? So I have Aguilar electronics, and I have a Bartolini pickup in it. So that turned that $400 bass into like a $1,000 bass. And it's one of my favorite basses because I love the way it plays. It feels so good in my hands. I'm able to just glide around the bass effortlessly, right? So, and I don't even want to talk about this bass, but hey, it's my favorite bass. So this bass I haven't played this bass in almost 4 years, right? Because after I got the electronics put in the guitar, right after the electronics were changed and everything, I played it for like a good month, and then all of a sudden it just stopped working. It did not work anymore. And I was like, and then during that time I moved a couple of times. I moved so this is when I moved back up north, when I got the Aguilar electronics put in it. So I got the Aguilar electronics put in it at Sam Ash, and Sam Ash is no more. So I couldn't bring it back to them after it broke. So I was like, yo, what is going on? All right, so cool. So for like years, I was like, I'm gonna bring the bass, I'm gonna bring it to the shop, have somebody fix my bass for me, and go from there, right? So fast forward, almost 4 years later, I looked at that bass a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, and I said, I got a few minutes on my hands. Let me open this bass. Let me see if I can fix it. Literally, I opened up the bass, and I saw that there was a wire disconnected. Connected the wire, boom, my bass works. It took me 4 years, and it took me 30 seconds to fix the bass. And the crazy part about it is, if I would have brought it to the shop, that joint would have cost me at least $300 for them to fix a 30-second thing. But, so, yeah. So, like I said, I'm not going to be on long because I forgot. So, I was cleaning out my garage, right? I know this all sounds random, but whatever. It is what it is. So, we having a conversation tonight. We just talking, whatever. So, I was cleaning out my garage. And and I have like a few different guitar cases in there. So I was like, you know what? Let me just check all of these because I'm looking for one of my tuners. I cannot find one of my tuners. It's the tuner that clips onto the head of the bass. It's like, where is that tuner? I cannot find it, right? So now I'm like, all right, whatever. So as I was getting the spider webs off of off of all of my cases, I decided to open up the zippers and all the compartments, and I put my hands in. I was like, I found like microphone cables, brand new microphone cables that I completely forgot about, and then brand new strings that I was supposed to string a bass like a year or two ago, and I never put them on there. And I was like, wait, hold on for a second. I have all of this stuff just hanging there. So before I came on, I was restringing the bass. Now I got to tune it. But now I remember what I did with that. That's what I did. So when I got the Fender, my D string would not keep a tune. So you can't just buy one string. So I bought a whole pack of strings, and then I just changed that one string on the Fender. And then so now, if you look at my Music Man back there, you'll see 4 shiny strings and one. It looks like a tooth is missing. One string is missing. The string is not missing. It's just a dull looking string right there. So that's gonna be an interesting sound when I go ahead and tune it and plug it in and play it. But anyway. So, yeah, so like I said all of that because I'm not going to be on here long because I'm about to go do some other stuff. So I know, it's New Year's Eve. Everybody's going to be out. Some people going to be at church. Some people just going to be out and about partying. Whatever y'all doing, just be safe. Just keep it chill. Just be safe. Be your version of dope. Do whatever it is that make you happy, because that is the focus of 2025 for me, is to reciprocate the energy that I get and completely and utterly sit in my happiness. That's all I want to do. I want to sit in my happiness and continue to give out the energy that I am receiving, because one thing that 2024 taught me is that I'm doing too much. I do too much. I do too much for others. Yeah. Yep. And if you like me, a lot of y'all do too much for others and not enough for yourself. Nah, man. This year is all about you. Be 100%, 153% selfish. It's all about you, Jack. I had to pull some 70s language out there. It's all about you, man. Nobody else. All about you. 100% about you, man. Because if you find yourself burnt out when you give so much, and it's so crazy because, like, I don't really want to talk about this. It's kind of hard to talk about that part because I don't want to sound wild. I don't want to sound crazy. I don't want to be facetious. I don't want to be any of that. But the last few days taught me a lot about how people view my efforts in their life, right? Yeah, that's just it. The last few days taught me a lot about how my efforts are viewed. And now I'm not saying that I do things to get a certain response or to get anything from anyone. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is I'm paying more attention now. And reciprocity is the name of the game. We're going to give what we get. Because if you do too much, you will be taken advantage of. Bottom line, I have faith in humans, but not as much as I used to. I don't have as much faith in humans as I used to. I'll be like, yeah, just do your thing. Just always focus on this, blah, blah, blah. Do all of this stuff. And then it's going to come back to you. It's going to, a lot of times it does. Let's be honest. Most of the time it doesn't. Especially if you're dealing with people that are takers. If you are constantly, if people are constantly, pay attention. Pay attention for the first couple of months of this year, right? You don't have to just automatically just start cutting people off. Don't do that. Because a lot of times we operate out of our emotions and we make decisions prematurely, and we make decisions based on our emotions. And that is never good. That's not a good thing. Do not make decisions based off your emotions, right? But what you really need to do and what you really need to pay attention to is how people are moving, how people are navigating in your life, right? Pay close attention, and then you will know how to deal with them. There's some people that you can hold close and continue to hold close, but there's people that you will deal with arm's length or not deal with at all. Pay attention to what people are taking from you, and pay attention to the fact that they're just not really pouring into you like that. Nah, if people ain't pouring, nah. Let's put it this way. Some people will pour into you, but it may not be the things that's needed or that's necessary for your growth, because you can pour, just like you can pour water into a potted plant and that help the plant grow. You can also pour acid into that potted plant and kill the plant. So it just, pay attention to what people are pouring into you. Pay attention, because every pour isn't a pour for growth. Some pours are detrimental. Some pours are to kill you. Some people will literally give you poison. Some people are assigned to poison you. Wow, that's crazy. And you will never see it coming. Like let's be honest, you won't really see it coming unless you really pay attention, because poison doesn't always have the crossbones and skull. It doesn't always have it on it. Yeah, especially if somebody is trying to eliminate you. Yeah, there's not going to be a warning label on it. You have to use your senses. Something don't smell right. Something don't taste right. Yeah, something's off a little bit. Something's off with you a little bit. Yeah, some people are assigned to poison you. Some people are assigned to pour poison, and not the river of living waters. Ah, the waters of Lake Minnetonka would not be flowing, will not be poured to you. Yeah, man. So you got to pay close attention to that for the next couple of months, man. Because I've already started paying attention to people in my life, right? People that I'm constantly giving to, and it's so funny. Some people aren't pouring poison, but sometimes there are times where your time is up with certain people too, and you may start having a bitter taste in your mouth towards certain situations. But the crazy part about it is, it's not like they didn't change their recipe. They didn't change the formula of what they pour into you. It's just now your palate is a little more sophisticated than what they're able to prepare for you. Yeah, man. Yeah. So your taste buds will start to change, and you will start to realize that, okay, this is not fulfilling me anymore. This is tasting a little bitter, or this is starting to taste a little too sweet. But they haven't changed the recipe. The recipe has been the same. The recipe has always been the same. Now you have a taste for something else. Your palate has become a little more sophisticated than it once was, because you're hungrier for something that is out of the ordinary, and you're being fed and you're being poured mediocrity. Is that the word? What you're being fed is mediocre. It's not designed for your growth anymore. Yeah. So yeah. So pay attention. Literally, just pay attention. I don't have any New Year's resolutions. I don't have any of that stuff. I'm not sitting here like, this year's coming, I'm gonna blah 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 blah. Because let's be honest, we don't really stick to that too much. We don't. Let's be honest. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna tell the truth. I don't necessarily stick to New Year's resolutions. It has to be an actual life change for me to stick to that. I got to be committed to a certain change. I want to be committed to a certain change, and I am going to be committed to a certain change. You should be too. Let's talk there. Be committed to a change, a life change, a lifestyle change. Because if that is your focus, a lifestyle change, so a lifestyle change will last much longer than any resolution. Because most people's New Year's resolution only lasts for 2 weeks. You go to the gym for 2 weeks, and then you're back to business as usual. Because your life hasn't really changed. The essence of your life hasn't really changed. Yeah, you have to have core changes in order for quote unquote resolutions to really work like that. You have to make up your mind, make a decision that this is how my life is going to be from now on. It's like 45, turning 45 2 days ago, really put me in a interesting headspace. I literally did absolutely nothing the entire day. I played, and then I went home. I was actually supposed to travel, but there was so much going on at the airport that I wasn't going to be able to go anywhere that I wanted to go. There's so much going on with the weather, all of that other stuff. There was nothing, even the things other stuff that I wanted to do, I wasn't able to do anything that I wanted to do for my birthday, right? And so I was in a certain headspace, but it wasn't because I couldn't do the things that I wanted to do for my birthday, because I'm not a really celebratory type of cat anyway, and I'm trying to be. really trying to be. I'm learning. So I made up in my mind that yes, I'm turning 45. I am going to do something. I'm going to do something. I'm never really like that. But then it's like, oh, okay. So when I make plans to do it, then it just doesn't work out. So maybe I should go back into my shell and not celebrate anything. But that's not good. That's not good. That's not how this is supposed to work. So uh so I was in a certain headspace and I was getting a lot of different realizations. Yes, 45 is not old, but statistically, let's talk numbers, y'all. Statistically, I have more days behind me than I do in front of me. And the overwhelming feeling of I cannot waste any more time was over me the entire, well, ever since Sunday, ever since December 29th. Overwhelming feeling of I cannot waste any time has been over me. And I started like really reevaluating a lot of things. A lot of things. I started reevaluating a lot. It's like, yo, all right. I started like, okay, who's wasting my time? Who am I allowing to waste my time? My knuckles are mad ashy. See that? And then this knuckle is like darker than the others because I used to fight a lot. And I'm right-handed, so if you notice, the other one ain't like that. So if y'all, any skin people out there know how to turn this to the rest of the colors, let me know. I know. That didn't change, y'all. Still have a short attention span. I still have a short attention span. And it is, but it is what it is, y'all. It like literally is what it is. So I am done with this. It is time for me to get out of here. You guys have a very, very happy new year. Let's just, focus on doing you this year, man, and not caring about others. I know that sounds jacked up. I know it sounds messed up, but we've cared too long and we've put ourselves on the back burner for way too long, for way too many people. It's time for us to level up for us and for us alone. You guys have a good and safe new year. I will see you. Not next Tuesday. I will not be live. Well, hold on. I may because, yeah, I may. Because I have my mobile set up now, so I may be live next week, next Tuesday. Just depends on exactly what's happening. Yeah, I'm doing some traveling next week. Unfortunately, for one unfortunate event, my godfather passed, so I'll make sure that I'm up north for that. But I need to run to the West Coast real quick, so I'm gonna try to work that out too. So look at Jesus. Yes, Lord. Traveling shoes, Lord. Got on my traveling shoes, Lord. Nah, I'm messing with y'all. All right, so listen, man. You guys have given me 28 minutes of your time. Well, I didn't say you guys because I didn't even see anybody on here, but that's okay. It doesn't matter because people are probably in church right now because, black people, we do white. If you churchy, you do watch night service. I'm no longer that churchy. So you do watch night service, and for a service that you're supposed to cross over at midnight, right? These people be having service starting at 8 o'clock, 8:30, 9 o'clock. Why? Why are you planning a 3 to 4 hour service? Why? And then they still staying after midnight for like another 30 minutes to an hour. Bruh, I am so glad I am over that part of my life. I don't want to do that. And I was almost tempted to go play somewhere tonight. Almost tempted. Almost. But I'm going to be honest. I hate driving after watch night service. I hate driving on New Year's Eve into New Year's. I hate it because statistically, that's when the most drunk drivers are out. And I see a lot of that foolishness when I'm driving. So it's just like, it just creates this thing with me. I was like, I don't really like that. I don't like that. So I'd rather just be in, and that's exactly what's happening. I'm going to go ahead, tune this bass behind me real quick, and then, play it a little bit. Yeah, play it a little bit. I already put my area rug down here. About to vacuum up a little more. Clean up a little bit. Get this ready for my conquer, my takeover. I'm taking over whatever I feel like taking over this time around. All right, y'all. So again, you guys have given me 30 minutes of your time. Thank you so much for listening. Listen, man, like I said, be safe. Time is the number one investment. And man, when I tell you this is hitting home harder and harder and harder for me now. Time is the number one investment that you will never get a return on. You hear me? Time is the number one investment that you will never get a return on. And I dare not bastardize your time, and I will not waste your time. And check this out. I'm never going to allow anybody to waste my time. So, guys, good night. Be safe, y'all.